I want to address the elephant in the room. I know I look a little different. No, it's not my hairline, that's pretty much the same as before. I died. I went 24 hours without listening to a Depeche Mode song, and it proved fatal for me. But I bet if everyone in the crew sings a Depeche Mode song, it'll bring me back. On 1, 2, 3. I'm going to haunt you all after this. Well, in any case, welcome back to Release Date. I'm what's left of Zain.
And I'm Carrie. Oh no, I mean Audrey.
Wait, where's Carrie?
Don't get spooked, real Zain. They've got their hands full with some live reporting today.
Okay, well anyways. First up, we'll be talking about an older film by a legendary body horror director, The Brood.
The Brood, released in 1979 and directed by David Cronenberg, stars Oliver Reed, Samantha Eggar, and Art Hindle. The film follows a man named Frank who takes care of his daughter while his wife, who he is separated from, is being treated in a mental institution. Frank becomes alarmed, however, when his daughter returns from visiting her mother at the institute with bruises and cuts all over her back. Frank attempts to prevent his daughter from seeing her mother again, assuming she's been abusing her, all while a series of mysterious but connected murders occur in their town.
I had never seen a David Cronenberg movie before, much to my shame, but I was able to catch a theatrical screening of it and really enjoyed it. One of the things I like the most about this film is the atmosphere. A lot of things work to contribute to this, I think. The music is eerie, the performances are really great and naturalistic for the most part, except for the weird and creepy people of the town, which is a good thing I should add. The town also feels very strange. It's a nice town, not run down or dilapidated in any way, but empty. It's probably because this film was made on a small budget, but it feels uncanny for such a town to be so devoid of life and people, but I really like this element. Plus, the sky is always dreary and gray, which helps. I mentioned performances before, but I really like the characters those performances bring to life. Frank feels like a very grounded and impassioned father, and Dr. Raglan of the Institute is a sufficiently weird, creepy, and unpredictable guy. Nola is also great, and has a great monologue and performance towards the end of the film. I will say, initially, I wasn't sold on the stark tonal shifts from kind of creepy divorce custody drama to horror film, but I actually like it and think it works well. I know I've been kind of sidestepping the actual horror elements of this movie, but the way it manifests is just so unexpected, surprising, and weird that to spoil it would do a disservice to the film. All my vagueness aside, I definitely would recommend checking out this movie this Halloween season, as it's a pretty compelling movie on its own, not to mention the crazy horror twist early on.
Our next movie is one of Carrie's favorite horror films of all time, The House That Jack Built.
The House That Jack Built is a 2018 psychological horror film directed by Lars von Trier and stars Matt Dillon, Bruno Ganz, and Uma Thurman that dives into the mind of a serial killer. The film follows Jack, a failed architect, now serial killer, as he reflects over his 5 elaborately orchestrated murders he committed in the last 10 years. In a way, he views murder as an art, as throughout the film, his murders become more detailed and more complex to carry out. Additionally, the film also dives into Jack's OCD as it explores how the act of planned murder helps him cope with his anxiety.
To be fair, when first watching The House That Jack Built, it is a little bit of a confusing watch. This film has a lot of stylistic choices in between each of the 5 murders, such as random clips of Jack outside clips and music. However, according to Carrie, when she rewatched the film for the second time, she realized how genius this choice was, as it allows the audience to enter the mind of Jack. Jack, as sick and twisted of an individual he is kind of relatable, especially to people who have some sort of anxiety. Additionally, the film's editing is very good. The film has 2 very distinctive editing styles, one for Jack's retelling of his murders, which is a very slow style of editing, and his thoughts, which are fast-paced, montages. These 2 styles directly contrast each other as it accurately shows his thoughts versus his memories. His murders are also nothing more than absolutely bone-chilling. This movie at some points can be very disturbing and gruesome. Carrie states that the 3rd murder in the film will probably haunt them for the rest of their life. And the ending of the film is truly jaw-dropping as Jack's insanity is shown in full form. Carrie says that they can go on and on about this film, but honestly she recommends you to watch the film yourself. It provides a unique perspective to serial killer and slasher films, and everything in this film is great. In the end, The House That Jack Built is a disturbed masterpiece that is gorgeous as it is gruesome.
That's all we have for you today on Release Date, but stay tuned to see us go head-to-head with Gossip Guru later for some trivia points on a little friendly competition.
And now, please enjoy this interview with Soma Jerome on Studio 21.